second season, the web series Anacostia continues to deliver a powerful punch. The brainchild of creator Anthony Anderson, this show is full of drama, suspense, humor, and delicious eye candy. 3LW TV was granted exclusive access to their closed set. There, I had the opportunity to speak with three of the actresses who anchor the show. Tamika Chavis, Shantae Bowser, and Keena Hodges lead an incredible ensemble cast. With turmoil, secrets, deception, and surprises at every turn, it's easy to see why I always say you must get hooked. Alright, we are backstage on the set of Anacostia, and I have the beautiful ladies of the show. Shantae, Tamika, Keena, I just thank you again for chilling out with me.
I got the role because I knew Anthony. He said he was, making this project, and he had a role that he wanted me to play as a model / ex-crackhead rehab model. So I was like, is it because you think I'm on crack? Or but no, so that's how he said he actually created a role he wanted me to play.
The person that played Selena, or was supposed to play Selena, couldn't do it anymore, and so Anthony heard about me. He called me and we met at Nordstrom's. It's actually really funny because Selena is kind of very sedity and all of that. And so I was actually at it was right this time because it was like the Nordstrom's anniversary sale. And I'm not really trying to look like the Nordstrom's, it's really just their anniversary sale. And so I was like walking through the store and looking at the little preview things. And I didn't know what he looked like or anything. So he just was like, where are you at? And he's like, are you in the tent with where all the salespeople are? I'm like, yeah. He was like, I'm looking at you right now. Oh, you are perfect. You are Selena. Because this is what Selena would be doing after work, is right in Nordstrom's. And we started laughing and we just sat down and started talking. And we sat there in the Nordstrom's, the little walkway, and we made a deal. It was just like, I want to give you this role. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you for believing in me before I've even had a chance to read the script.
Well, how did you get your part?
Oh, I auditioned.
I've worked with Anthony in the previous projects, and I actually saw he sent me an email to come out and audition for it, and I did. And the role called for a full-figured woman, down to earth.
So it secretly was written for you.
Secretly.
Because she's a fabulous actress, and there's nobody in this area, and as far as I'm concerned, on this earth that can compete with this woman at all.
I appreciate that.
I mean it. I think Selena brings a different take on black women. I think she kind of reminds people more of like Claire Huxtable, but not as nice. I think this season coming up that people will actually start liking her, because I've had a lot of people say to me, like, Selena seems really nice, but you know what, she's kind of a bitch.
With Mia, she was trying to be that perfect wife, and it was never good enough for her husband, and with that she took on so much of his bull.
So much of it.
That she pretty much withdrew within herself and still had that smile when she was outside, even though you would get that glimpse of sadness, in her eyes. And so I think it was more so of not necessarily just black women, but women in general that go through that, and just seeing that the healing, that process of healing that she has gone through, or is still going through, even in season 2. But there's hope.
My character plays kind of two roles. I think in the DMV, you have a lot of career-driven women. More so than, I think there's a special about why, black women aren't married or whatever. And you have someone that's really just kind of wanting to do their career and just focus strictly on that. So I think that's one aspect of Nicole. And I think the other is kind of a role reversal of where you had Nicole, she was strung out on drugs. You had this man come in, be with her through that entire period. She gets back on her feet. He supports her this entire time. And he wants the family, she wants the career. And sometimes you see that in reverse, where you have the woman that's coming and supporting the man, helping him get to a certain level, helping him get on his feet, whatever it may be, wanting this family, this dream, this American dream, and he's driven on the career. So I think Nicole kind of plays both of those roles.
When we think domestic violence, we usually
think hitting.
we think
Right.
hitting, but not understanding that
Tearing
those
down
words
somebody's
tear.
self-esteem, tearing down their
Right.
self-image.
It's actually
Which
worse.
it is
It's
worse.
actually
It's
worse.
just like that story with the where his little kid, his mom or his dad or his grandmother something told him every time he did something mean to someone, he had to put a hammer in the fence in the backyard, and eventually the whole fence was filled with nails, and then they told him to take the nails out, and there were still holes in the fence. It's just like verbal abuse, you know. Even though time has passed, those words aren't being said to them anymore, but those scars and those wounds are still there.
Yeah.
And it's not that Selena's a bitch. She just has so much stuff on the inside that she's holding in. She has to put up this facade. And I think that is so, like, representative of what black women do, is that we have to put on a facade. We have to, you know, be that black woman for a black man. But if we're professional, we have to be that white woman for the white man. Or we have to be that white woman for the white woman. Like, we can never just really be ourselves, because we have to be multifaceted. So I think that Selena shows that you can do it, but there is going to be a price to pay. And for her, it's alcoholism and it's, you know, secrets.
So have you been recognized yet in public since it's been out there?
Yeah,
When you
I
go
have
out?
it. IHOP in Rockville. Oh my goodness! I was finishing up my meal, about to pay for my check, and a woman came over and said, "Anacostia." Huh? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was looking at you from over there, and I just had to come over and say hi. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I said, no, it's okay. It's very nice to meet you. My name's Tamika. It's like, oh my God. It was cool.
But see,
it was really cool.
It
Yes.
is. I think it's surreal though when you do stuff on camera, because
Right.
it's kind of you and your cast or whatever. But when you put it out there,
You forget.
You forget about
you
it.
do. I think like the most embarrassing one I had was there was this event network, DC, NYC had an event down here, and I walked in and it was like all the other actors there, and the girl sitting at the registration desk was like, "Oh my God, I know you! Oh my God, you're the drunk! You're the drunk!" And I'm like, "What you talking about?" And I play stupid. I tell people I don't know what you're talking about.
but they know better.
No, it
They
throws
don't?
them for a loop.
Yeah.
Because I just stare at them. I'm like, excuse me? They're like, I've seen you. No.
No.
I just have a really familiar face. And you're, are you sure?
It's like, yeah, I get that a lot.
And I just walk away. I mean, because I'm not there yet. I just like doing this. I love this. I love bringing to life Anthony's script. All that other stuff, that freaks me out.
It happened to me at PetSmart. I was buying kitty litter. And on my way out of PetSmart in Columbia, Maryland, this lady was like, "Oh, you the hoe! You cheated on your husband." I was like, "Wow!" Like, I'm with my son and everything. Like, are you serious? Did you really just call me a hoe walking out? I'm carrying kitty litter, you know? I'm like doing the mom thing, you know?
Right.
But so with that, and then at church, my son they had this gospel dance marathon. So this lady kept staring at me, and I'm like, why is she? You know, church people are strange sometimes. Anyway, so I'm thinking she's just staring. But she's like really looking at me hard. So afterwards, she came over. She's like, "You're Nicole." And I was like, "My name is Keena." And it didn't click until she was like, "You're on the show Anacostia." And then she told like 10 people, "Oh my God, y'all gotta watch the show Anacostia." I was like, "Oh Lord, everybody at church."
So it is a wonderful feeling, but that
Yeah,
is
it is
going
a
to
good feeling.
only get worse. You understand? It's only going to magnify more as the show expands. So are you ready for that?
No.
Oh, I am.
I am.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Anacostia is probably one of the first, especially first black series to actually feature a same-sex couple, especially it's two black same-gender loving men. How do you feel as an actress working in that type of environment?
Fascinated.
Yeah.
We're like little kids.
We're like, wow.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you saw the stills, you should have seen the stills. We have pictures. Oh, it's so embarrassing because we were fascinated. We have never seen that. They caught us on camera. Like we were like literally like it's like 4 of us like this. You know, because you just never seen that before, and it's just like, wow. And we would, and I know, and I think Tamika may admit it. I don't know about Keenan's, but I've asked Anthony like really stupid questions like,
No.
Yeah.
We all have. Because I actually was out of town when they filmed episodes 5 and 6. But when it aired, you know, I was watching it, and I'm at work, and I'm like, okay, everyone else's love scenes were like 15, 20 seconds, and this one was like a minute and a half. And I was like, okay, it's still going. I don't know quite how I'm feeling yet, because it's new. You know, you have friends that are gay, but I don't see what they do. You know, and you don't ask
about it.
So finally, I was like, well, that's awkward. Why is he on his
back? I know.
Like, Anthony, I have a question.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be a really, but shouldn't you have been on your stomach? And he was like, and I was done the same way. I was like, what? And he was like, Keena. I was like, never mind. Okay, I get it. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, but yeah, it was just that whole.
It's fascinating.
It was like, wow, it was foreign to me. So you know, I didn't. You know, I wasn't like or anything like that. It was just like, wow, that's different. Yeah. But I think it's done tastefully. I don't think it's like raunchy porn or anything like that. And you know, it just works. But it does also appeal to a community that a lot of our daytime soaps don't.
You have people that, you know, see Selena and Scott, and they see, you know, Tamika, and you see all these married people together, and then you see this wonderful, loving. First, you see, you know, Sean going through what he's going through because he's lost what he considered his soulmate, and on season 2, you'll see him come back, and you'll see that struggle of love. And the thing about it that's so wonderful about it is that it's no different from any heterosexual relationship or reaction, that if somebody you love, your soulmate died, and you find out that they came back, you know, that same tug of war is there. And it's just like, it'll open people's minds to say, you know what, there's nothing different.
Right.
It's not weird, it's not strange, it's not crazy. It's human. It's human. It's just what we are. It's just human. We're all flesh and blood.
Name one thing that you have learned from one of the others, other than yourself, about acting to make your performances better.
Wow. I can say immediately, I've learned from this chick right here to let it go. Because I'm so reserved and so like within myself. Like I take my character where I need to go, but she's taught me to just let it go. That 1 inch of me that still holds back and says, Selena needs to go there, but Shantae doesn't really want to go there. She's taught me that. She's taught me, Shantae, let go. Selena, take over.
Shantae has taught me that you can't just really come in and just shoot your scene. Like, you really need to prepare for it, not just in learning your lines, but in getting yourself in an emotional state to really be effective in that position. You know, when you're getting ready to do it, she spent like 3 hours with her iPod, like just getting down to this state where she could really pull off the scene. And when she pulled it off, the whole room was like, damn. Like, you know, we were all like tearing up, and just, you know, it was just, so just to, you know, to get yourself in that emotional state, to take it seriously. This is, you know, even though this is something that we are doing and we enjoy it, you know, at the end of the day, this is our product.
For me, when I first came on to this project, I was pretty reserved. I kept to myself, and I tended to trust more on camera, in character, than as Tamika. And God, I'm about to cry. Okay.
Don't do it.
Because we'll go right there with you.
They've taught me how to be a friend, to really open up and to talk instead of keeping it.
God, we love her. God, she's great. See, I'm tearing up already.
No. But we've become really good friends, and just don't cry.
Sorry.
But it's genuine. I mean, you can just see that the chemistry is so real.
I will say that these 2 ladies, this time last year, helped me get through some really tough times. So, yeah. You're such a crybaby.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Continued success, and thank you so much for hanging out. Really
Thank you so much.
The beautiful ladies of Anacostia.
How about with our blank wall?
Real WTV.